people, welcome back to Albert JTV, latest episode of Fantasy Premier League football tips. Game week 7. Guys, if I look away from the screen at any point, just looking at a few things to remind me of the fixtures because my memory's not that fantastic. But anybody watch the channel for the first time, welcome aboard, smash that like button straight away. Let's get into this, man. So game week 7. I'm going to go through the fixtures now. If I look away, apologies now. So the Premier League games are going to be stretched over Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. The Friday night game will be Wolves versus Crystal Palace. On the Saturday, we have 3 fixtures. We have Sheffield United versus Man City, Burnley versus Chelsea, Liverpool versus West Ham. And then on the Sunday fixtures, we have 4 fixtures. We have Aston Villa versus Southampton, Newcastle United versus Everton, Manchester United versus Arsenal. Come on, you Gunners. And we have Spurs versus Brighton. And on a Monday night, we have 2 games, Fulham at home to West Brom, and we have Leeds versus Leicester. Right, so what I'm going to do, I need to give myself tips to be honest, but yeah, I'm going to have 3 wildcard picks who I think could be viable options in terms of your captain's picks. And I'm going to go through, I'm also going to have my top 3 picks who I think, looking at the fixtures, who I think you should probably go for. I'm not going to reveal my tip, obviously. I'll do that probably Sunday evening, possibly. Maybe Monday even, who knows. But let's get into it. So fixtures wise, if you're looking at the main men in the game, so you've got the Friday night game, you've got Wolves at home to Crystal Palace. This game will probably suit Palace actually because they'll let Wolves have possession of the ball. I think your 2 main guys who you're going to look at, 100% for Wolves, you can look at Raul Jimenez, brilliant striker, or you've got your option for Crystal Palace, which is the main man, Wilf Zaha. Right, so those 2 are your first 2 possibles. Moving on to the Saturday games where you've got 3 fixtures. So Sheffield United, Man City. You know what it is? If Aguero and Jesus weren't injured, it's difficult, Man City, because normally when they play in Europe and then they have a Premier League game, you might pick a Raheem Sterling for your captain's pick, and then you realise come the time of kickoff, he's sitting on the bench. But I think because Aguero and Jesus are missing, I think you will see Raheem Sterling play against Sheffield United. So he's a possible pick, to be fair. And then we move on to Burnley, Chelsea. Timo Werner's finally got off the mark for Chelsea. We know Havertz has scored some goals for Chelsea, but that was obviously not in the Premier League. I think Werner's your obvious pick to me. Possibly outside choice, it probably might be Christian Pulisic, who's back now. But I would put my house on probably Timo Werner if I was to look at that particular fixture and think, oh, you know what? I might go for him. So Timo Werner, definitely. You have Liverpool, West Ham. Now, this is an interesting one because obviously Liverpool got Van Dijk missing. Fabinho, there's injury concerns there. Mikel has been on fantastic form from the back end of Project Restart to coming through to this new season. But then you've obviously still got Mo Salah and Sadio Mane. So Antonio, possibly for West Ham, if you're feeling lucky. But then you've got your obvious candidates in Mo Salah and Sadio Mane, where you can't go wrong, but you never know. It's a tricky one because West Ham are actually playing well. And they do turn up for the big games, as I've always said. So that's interesting. So you've got, moving on to Sunday fixtures, Villa, Southampton. You know what? If you're looking at Villa, obviously Jack Grealish. Outside chance, Ross Barkley, possibly, if he's playing. Ollie Watkins obviously got a hat-trick against Liverpool, but hasn't scored in the Premier League since then. But listen, you could hit a vein of form again. And obviously you've got your outstanding candidate for Southampton and Danny Ings, who's been on fire really for 18 months. Superb. So those are your choices there. Newcastle, Everton. I think there's obviously one outstanding candidate in that match, full stop, and that'll be Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Newcastle, even for the attacking players they've got, to me, they're still quite a negative side. So they're at home, so they got a chance. But yeah, for me, Dominic Calvert-Lewin's an outstanding candidate. Man United, Arsenal. Boy. Now, I'm doing this not with my Arsenal head on. I'm doing this purely on my fantasy tips. So, Aubameyang is the obvious candidate. Even though he's gone on probably longest drought in terms of Premier League not scoring since he's been at Arsenal. Lacazette's got 3 in, it'll be 3 and 6. It'll be 3 and 6 by the time you play against Man United. You look at Man United, you got the penalty expert or magician in Fernandes. You have Martial. You have Greenwood. You have Rashford off the back of a hat-trick. The thing with Marcus Rashford, though, like, for me, he's that typical dream team player where if you do pick him, and I'm talking, like, generally speaking, you have to leave him in the team. He's not one of them players you can bring in and then drop out. You have to have him in from the start, because there'll be times when he might go on a little bit of a drought. Next minute, he scored a hat-trick the other day, like he did the other day. Like, that's how Marcus Rashford is, but possible. So purely, I'm taking trying not to be biased in it. So those are your options for that game. Spurs, Brighton, 2 obvious candidates. They've been outstanding this season. Heung-min Son and Harry Kane. Obvious picks. We move on to the 2 Monday night games, Fulham, West Brom. It's difficult with them too. It's not really an outstanding candidate I could think of. Maybe Lookman of Fulham, possibly. But then you come to Leeds versus Leicester now. You've got a shootout there. Patrick Bamford. Well, I can't believe I'm saying Patrick Bamford, man. But the guy's got a hat-trick last week. Unbelievable. Started the season very, very well. And you've obviously got Jamie Vardy, who's just coming back from an injury. Obviously, only got 20, 30 minutes against Arsenal. Maybe even less than that, actually, to be honest. Still nursing his way back. So, Bamford or Vardy? The choice is yours. Right, that's enough of my rambling. Guys, before I forget, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, enjoy the content, share the content. You know the drill by now. Get me on my social media, link is in the description. But anyway, so through all the agonizing and studying the fixtures and seeing who I can go for my captain's pick for week 7, I'll tell you who my top 3 picks are. Harry Kane, not in any particular order, Heung-min Son and Mo Salah. I just think, looking at the fixtures, yes, I know West Ham are a good run of form, but at Liverpool, Anfield, Mo Salah doesn't really like to pass to Mane either, so he's a good choice. And as for Heung-min Son and Harry Kane, speaks for itself. The assists, goals, looking like they're going to score every week. And again, it's a home game against Brighton. No disrespect to Brighton, but those are my 3 top picks that I think you guys should go for your teams. Outside picks, top 3. Thought I'd do something a bit different. So I would go, and these are outside picks. So obviously, if you don't go for the main 3, at the moment, you probably couldn't go wrong with this. This is an outside pick. Patrick Bamford, home to Leicester. Goal scoring form, in top form, by the way. Scoring goals for fun. Outside pick. Second outside pick choice, Mikel Antonio. The guy has been an unbelievable form. Back end of last season, coming into a new season, Liverpool, no Van Dijk. Gomez, 50-50. Matip's been out for a long, long time, but has obviously started the season. And possibly Fabinho's possibly might be missing. Good outside pick choice, Mikel Antonio. And my last one, and this, again, don't shoot me, Arsenal fans. You know I'm an Arsenal fan, but I'm looking at it pointedly from a Premier League fantasy tip point of view. Marcus Rashford. With him, like I said, he's a sort of player. If you pick him in your team, you leave him in. Because he's one of them guys, you take him out and the next minute he'll score a hat-trick or score a brace or he'll score. He's like that, Rashford. He always does that, but he's an outside pick. So guys, my 3 outside picks, Bamford, Rashford, Mikel Antonio. My top picks, Harry Kane, Heung-min Son, and Mo Salah. Right, drop in the comments down below. Tell me what you guys think of game week 7. Have I swayed your captain's picks? Has my outside picks given you food for thought? Drop in the comments down below. Link is in the description for both my social media, so follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel where the watermark is, hit the notification bell for my content comes out. That is me, Albert JTV, over and out. #Fantasy Premier League, #Game Week 7.